Oh, what happened there? Oh, that didn't work. Oh, that's not good. Why did you do that? Okay. How about that? Git log that. Okay, so we want to start here. I'm still clumsy with Git. You have to forgive me. But this should work. ls grep 00. We can delete all of these. rm00 star git format patch. Yeah, fix the overflow. So let's move this to Audacity. It should be scm Audacity lib source lib sound file. That's good enough. Let's put it there. Oops. 00, that thing. So let's go to Audacity now. We're gonna have to reconfigure because we're using local library, which kind of sucks. It'll take a little while, but no biggie. So what we want to do here, I think I'm going to leave that hardcode to not handle MP3. I mean, that's tricky, isn't it? What do you do for that? I'll just commit both and write a comment on what I did and why. Because a crash is a lot worse than a successfully imported mislabeled file. I prioritize that above that. So let's look at our, we've got cat 00. So this just prevents the stack depth from reaching infinity or something. Okay, well, it's a pretty short patch. Let's see if it applies. Can't use git here because this is svn, so we have to do patch -p0 and we take 00 something. That didn't work. Source / what? Should be ID3 or whatever. Is that there? ID3 is there. Is that the right thing? Yeah, ID3.c. So unfortunately that didn't apply. We could look at it. Sometimes I get these P0s off by 1, so let's try 1. No. Ah, this one worked, as you can see. Just the changelog didn't work, but that's fine. svn diff. This changed the make file and the... I don't think I did that. That's weird, isn't it? That must be due to config... No, but this is a static file. Hard to say. But anyway, we've got this patch now applied, and just to go over the patch, it changed only the changelog and this file, and we've got the source file. We don't care about changelog, so what we can do is, I'm going to revert the, well, before we commit, we'll have to remember to revert the makefile.in. I'm going to do it now. Svn revert makefile.in. Yeah. Now if we do a diff, we just get that. That's great. Now we probably want to go back to a reasonable depth. We're going to have to quit Audacity. Okay. And what I'm going to do here is, before I configure and make, I'm going to go into our source directory, and we've got this stuff that handles the bug. This is the workaround for the bug, but it's not as good as Eric's solution. So what I'm going to do is back this up for a little while, because I want this to go away. I want to use Eric's solution only. So we'll call this... actually no, I might want both. Yeah, I do want both. I can still test them both, because one tests the mislabeled case and one tests the MP3 case. So I'll do, after reconfigure, because I want to use the local libsan file instead of the, can't talk and type at the same time. Yeah, I want to use the local libsan file. So this will use a system ffmpeg, that's fine, but with libsan file equals local. No longer using the system. I gotta make clean first. Yeah. So there we go. Delete lots of stuff. Yeah, the local libsan file. That means the one in the Audacity SVN. I'm not even sure what version that is. It's 1.0.24. So it's a little bit better than the... Oh, and let's just double check, because it should say here. Using local libraries for... Where's libsan file? Here you go. Yeah, because we requested it. Yeah. So, I mean, here's the thing. If they have ffmpeg installed and they try to do the import of a mislabeled, with a wave that's mislabeled as MP3, that will skip the import PCM importer. So let's make now. That'll skip the import PCM filter and go to the ffmpeg one and successfully import that way. So it's not that bad if we use both of these changes to hard code a version of libsound file for MP3, as well as Eric's solution to do the right thing, even if we have a mislabeled MP3 title as wave or something. So let's see, did Eric have any comments? No. Building though. Yeah, no sense to flood the channel with my spam. Alright, looks like my YouTube is still working. It's a good chance to drink water. Build time significantly slower with enabling libsound file. As you can see, there's a bunch of tests. The Nyquist code's got a lot of warnings. Yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, that's what I like. I like it looking like that. W all and no messages, please. Okay. So pretty soon we will have built. What are we on now? Oh, we're still on port audio. Now we just jumped into Audacity source. So it'll be about another 5 minutes. In the meantime, I can double check my Stack Overflow. I get into Stack Overflow spurts, and now I'm on another one. And then I ignore it for a couple months. When you get a little downtime, it's like, yeah, this guy knows. Coding Horror, whatever his name is, Jeff Atwood. He knows how us nerds think about the world as an MMORPG. It's really true. Sometimes discussions are a little intense. That usually happens when I write answer on something that I'm not 100% sure of. And I guess that's what you get. Alright, anyway, we've probably built... No, still going. Well, no questions that really pop out to me. So you can just look at one and upvote. Yeah, doesn't look like a very interesting question. I'd say you get an interesting question once every 100 questions or so. Stack Overflow. I started using the Japanese one for Stack Exchange. As far as I know, there's no like Japanese programming question answer site like that for some reason. And I don't see Japanese people posting on that. The English requirement's a little bit, I don't know. I think keeps the Japanese away. Alright, so we didn't build. There's an error. Why was there an error? We're using the system SB. Oh, that's weird. So we're gonna have to reconfigure. I'm very sorry. With lib sbsms equals local. I thought that was the default. So let's make sure that unfortunately our config script's not our make isn't so optimized. I gotta blow my nose, I'll be right back. Oh man. I really hate that feeling when you gotta sneeze and you can't sneeze. Alright, so probably finish configuring, we can make, so let's do that. Let's double check lib sbms system libraries. What's going on? Why is that system? Why did that suddenly change the system? I'm very confused here. It's because I have a system, but that means our config script's broken. But the system one is totally useless because it's super old.